So today is a story session, and I'm going to tell you a story. My name is Neha Verma, and good afternoon, all of you. One day, a train was moving from Lucknow to Delhi, but on the way, some hoodlums jumped onto the train and began robbing the passengers. And in fear, people out there started offering what they had. But meanwhile, in the corner of the train, a girl who was in her early 20s refused to give her belongings to the hoodlums. Due to this refusal, it was an attack. This refusal was an attack, direct hit on the ego of the hoodlums. So they pushed her off in the train. He pushed her off. Sorry, they pushed her off the train, and she fell on the parallel railway track. Unfortunately, another train was passing on the railway track, the parallel railway track, and it ran over one of her legs. As a result, somehow she managed to save her life, but one of her legs amputated. Now the question arises, who was this lady? This lady was none other than the former Indian volleyball player Arunima Sinha. He was a former Indian volleyball player and a mountaineer. Because after this incident, she had not lost any hope. She displayed immense self-belief, courage, determination, and she refused to give up. She got a chance to meet Bechandri Pal, who was the first Indian woman who scaled up the Mount Everest. And after that, she has not had to look back. And this was the reason that she became the world's first female amputee to scale up Mount Everest, Mount Kilimanjaro, and Mount Elbrus. Now, this story of Arunima Sinha, who is the former Indian volleyball player and a mountaineer, it was a story of self-determination, self-belief, and a courage. Because after this incident, she has two options. The one that she has chosen, the other one is to cry over the things that we do not own. And if I talk about the determination is a great asset that we all need to get our life better. Moreover, this is an inner strength that keep us on the track to get or to achieve the targets of our life. So thank you so much.
Okay, Shanu Bhai and Rekha, Rajesh, if anybody have any type question regarding this story, so please you can ask to Mrs. Neha. Okay, Rajiv, Rekha, Rajesh Bhai, Shanu Bhai, Amit Bhai.
No, Pradeep bhai, it was nice story. Thank you, Neha. You have spoken very well, and I was not aware for that lady. So thank you so much.
Might be after this story, most of the persons will get to know her that she deserves.
No, yes,
Yeah.
you are right. She deserves. Actually,
Yeah,
I
it
have
means
also
that
heard
we
about
should
that.
never give up.
Yes, yes, Amit Bhai.
So yes. So in a life, we should never give up. We should always
Exactly. We
support.
should never give up in life.
Yeah.
Because obstacles, whenever we need to achieve anything in life, we will definitely have an obstacle in life.
So, Shanu Bhai, now this is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hello all. My name is Shanu. So my story is a little bit childish, like it's a Akbar Birbal story. So one day in Akbar's court, what happened? Akbar asked one question to everyone. So he asked, "How many crows are there in our city?" Just to just to know. So everyone got confused how to count these many crows. And then after some time, Birbal came into the court, and Birbal asked what happened, and some of them told him like Akbar asked like how many crores are there in the city. So he just smiled and said there are 20,523 crores. So and after that he went to the Akbar, and he said same thing like there are uh, 20,523 crores are there. And Akbar says, "Are you sure? Means, are you sure about this number?" People say, "Yes, you can ask your, workers and ask them to count." Then he said, "If there is a mismatch, then Birbal said, if there is mismatch, let's say there is more crows are there in city, then it must be some relative from other crows are visiting to the our city. And if there is a less crows in our city, there may be there must be some crows from our city. They went to their relative to the other city." So this is how Birbal gives his answer, and Akbar he got happy and he gave some rewards to the Birbal. So now this is just like normal story, but there is a big lesson on this story. Whenever we are going to answer something, we should have an explanation for that answer. We should not go with just an answer. Explanation of an answer is as important as a giving answer. So this is all about my story. Thank you.
Okay, if anybody have any question regarding this story, so please you can ask to Mr. Shanu Bhai. So Neha, Rekha, Neeraj Bhai, Amit Bhai, please. Okay, so I think there is no any
No,
question.
no.
So,
This is
okay.
a good story. It is inspiring. If we had understand that how to answer someone. So thank you for this story.
Okay,
Yeah, whenever you are going to answer some, management level, if you are going to in job person, then you should have an explanation. Or higher authority, you are going to some higher authority to answer, or even you are going to say something, then you should have proper knowledge and you should have proper explanation for that answer.
okay. Now this is turn Mr. Rajiv Singh. Rajiv,
Yes, sir.
yes, yes. Okay.
So, hello guys, it's me Rajiv here. Now I'm going to talk about a story on Henry Ford. So, one time Henry Ford decided to make a V8 engine for to provide his company to a better level. So he decided to build a V8 engine in a one block. So uh, he called to his engineer to make a such type of engine. After that, so uh, drawing drawing of that engine was drawn on the paper, but it is impossible to create in a practical. So all the engineers was saying to Henry Ford, it is impossible, it can't be done. But Henry Ford instructed them, I don't want to listen any excuse. I want it no matter how much time it takes. So engineers, what can we do? If he want to stay in a job of Henry Ford, so so they had gone to work on it. But 6 months passed, nothing happened. Another 6 months passed, and the result is still impossible. So at the end of year, Henry Ford met to all his engineers and talk and asked about that project. So engineers had already said that it is impossible to create such like things. But again, Henry Ford instructed him strictly. I want it and I will have it. You have to work on it. So after that, again, engineers went ahead and work on it. And suddenly there was a magic and the result came out. V8 engine in one block was discovered. So from the lesson, after this story, I got a lesson. If you are determined to anything, and if you have believed, yes, this can be done. So no matter how that's how much difficult, how the situation are worse. So if you are determined of something and you have believed, yes, it can be done. So result will definitely come out, and you will get, you will get what you want. So that's my story on Henry Ford. Thank you for listening.
Okay, Sanu bhai, Rekha, Lakshmi, Amit bhai, please, if you have any question regarding this story, you can ask, because it was really nice
Yes,
story.
Raj.
Yes, Neha.
Yes, Rajiv, it was a beautiful story. And
Thank you, ma'am.
exactly, the word impossible also stands for I am possible. So I like the
Yes, ma'am.
people, I like the people who just underrate me.
Yeah, ma'am.
I got a chance to prove them wrong, that you are wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Really, this is really a very beautiful message from Impossible.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And this is a power in nature. If you are really determined and if you want, yes, this can be done. So no one will stop you to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, it was a really nice story. So now we are moving
Thank you,
towards
sir.
Miss Rekha. Rekha, this is your turn. So please.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rekha, and now I am going to tell a story. That is the value of our life. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, yes, Rekha, you
Yes.
are audible.
Okay, so the story name is The Value of Our Life. In this story, a boy asks to his father that, "Father, what is the value of my life?" His father said, and he gave him a stone and said that, "If you want to know the value of your life, take it this stone and go into the market. And if someone asks to you, what is the price of this stone, then don't say anything, just raise your two fingers and just raise to this finger." Then the boy did the same thing, and he go into the market and wander for some time here and there. After some time, a old lady came and said that, "What is the price of this stone?" Then the child didn't do anything. He just raised his two finger, and the old lady said, "Okay, so I will give you the $20 for this." The boy get excited. "Oh, okay," and he got happy and just ran towards his father and said that, "Father, the old lady give me the $20 for this." Then father said that, "Okay, my son, now you have to go to the museum and do the same thing that I told you." His son did the same thing, and he goes into the museum and hold for some time. After some time, a man came and said that, "What is the price of this stone?" And the son said, the child said that this the it didn't say something. He just raised his two finger, and the man understand, "Okay, so this I can give you the $20,000 for this stone." And then the son becomes so happy. "Oh my God, he will give me $20,000 for this stone." He runs towards his father, and again he said that, "Father, he will give me the $20,000 for this So father again said, okay, my son, now you have to go to the precious stone shop. And the boys did same thing. He goes to the precious stone shop and stand for some time. After some time, an old man came and said that, oh my god, this is the precious stone, and I'm finding this for my whole life. And he asked to the child, what is the price of this stone? The son didn't say anything. He just raised his two finger, and he raised his two finger. Then the man understand, okay, now he said that I can give you $200,000 for this stone. Then the boys got too much excited and goes to his fathers and say, father, he will give me the $200,000 for this stone. Then his father said, yes, my son, this is your level. Now you have to understand, you want what you want to become. You want to become a $20 stone, or you want to become a $200,000 of a stone. So this is totally up to you what you want to become. And so there are many people in your life who loves you, who cares about you, and who for whom you are everything. And some people who just use you for the commodity. So you have to decide what you want to become, what you have to become, and your level. You have to decide what is your level. So thank you for this listening me, and this is my story.
Okay, Sanu bhai, Raju, please ask question to
Very nice story.
Ms. Neha, because it was really nice story. But actually, I was so much eager to know okay, what is basically outcome of this story. And as you mentioned in your statement, that was really nice. Yes, it's totally depend upon us how we want to become and what we want to become and how we are working in same scenario. So I think Mrs. Neha want to ask some questions. So Mrs. Neha, you can ask.
No, it was a really very, yeah, it was a really very beautiful story, and you narrate it really well. So thumbs up for that. And exactly, our life is so precious, and it's a one-time opportunity to all of us. So we have to grab that opportunity and to make it to the level up level, right? So that's it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you, Rekha.
yeah,
Thank you.
Rajesh this
But
side.
I want that
So-
stone.
Okay.
Yes, Rajesh bhai.
Yeah,
Rajesh bhai,
so
tell me.
nice. Nice story, Rekha. Yeah, thank you. Your expression is so nice. It means when you speak, yeah, so nice. Yeah, and second thing, the moral of the story is nice. If you want to sell in your market, so whatever you want, you can sign those product and you can sell the product in a market. So it's a sign. If you get in your mind, this is my desire, you will adopt this. You will adopt this desire. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, Rajesh, for giving another moral from this story.
Okay, so we are moving towards Miss Lakshmi. Lakshmi, this is your turn.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, friends. This is Lakshmi here. And now I'm going to tell my story. My story name is Ignores Haters. So, a son took his father to the restaurant for an evening dinner. So, while eating, dropped food on his shirt and trousers. So at that moment, other diners watched them in a disgust. So while his son was calm. So after he finished eating, he his son, who was not at all embarrassed, he quietly took his father to the washroom and wiped uh, the food particles and removed the stains and the combed his hair and fitted his spectacles firmly. So when they came out, the entire restaurant was watching them in a dead silence. So, and not able to grasp. So, how someone uh, embarrass could embarrass themselves like that publicly. So, the son settled a bill and started working out with his father. At that time, an old woman, amongst the diners, called out to the son and asked him, uh, "Don't you think that you have left left a lesson behind?" So the son replied, "No, no, sir, no, ma'am, I haven't." So the old woman retorted, "Yes, you have." So after that, she said, you left a big lesson for every son and for hope every father. So in this moment, the entire restaurant totally silent. Means entire restaurant went silent. So in this lesson, in this story, I got one lesson to to care for those who once cared us, and is the biggest, highest of our honors. And we all know that how our parents care us and for every little thing. So I want to say love them and respect them and care of them. Thank you so much.
Okay, Amit bhai, any question? Amit
Yeah,
bhai?
yeah. So it means that, yeah. Our parents always care us about. So always respect our parents and never let down them. So that the ultimate I wanted to say.
Okay, so we have last storyteller, Mr. Neeraj. Neeraj bhai, now you can share your story.
Yeah, am I audible to all?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so we all want to be happy and successful in our life, but somehow we don't know how to be happy and how to be successful. We all want something in our life. We want to be, so we are so much ambitious, but we don't know how to fulfill, how to accomplish such ambitions, because we know that we don't know some of our inhibitors in our life, because we want to do many things, but somehow we don't know how to do it, because sometimes happen in our life, we just don't know how to ignite that fire inside us that really drive us. So this is a story about the comfort zone, that we don't know. Sometimes we don't know how to identify the comfort zone in our life, that which thing is inhibiting us to reach our goal. So this is a story of a villager and his wife. So once there was a villager, that is, he was a farmer, and he had a cow, that, and he was running his family by selling the milk of the cow. But even he has so much, even he has a very big land, a, as his property, but he was not farming at that place. His wife used to say her, please, my husband, please go to the your farms and do some farming so we can earn more. But he always gives a same reason, that we have a cow, we can earn a lot of things, we are satisfied, have enough revenue, and we can run our family. And the day and night she speaks the same thing to her husband. But after a few days, after 2-3 years, she was saying same thing, but at the end she just gave up this situation. Once a day, a sadhu, that is a baba, came to their village, and she just went to her, she went to that baba and asked him, his husband is not agreed with his statement. He always used to say, she always used to request her husband that she want her husband go to farm and do some farming, but he's not agree. He always give me same excuse that we have a cow and she is giving us milk and we can survive our family. Then the Baba knows that what's the problem. Then he said to her, you just go to your home, your problem will be solved out by tonight. And after that, after tomorrow morning, she just saw in his house there was always same, but one thing was different. The cow was not in the house. And after that, watching this situation, she get to know, and she just reminded the speech of the Baba. He told her that your problem will be sorted out tomorrow. And her husband was so much worried, so much intense, because he was not working anywhere. And after looking 4-5 days, he was so much depressed. And finally, he just went to the farms and he started doing farming. Because that cow has created a comfort zone. Because that cow has created a comfort zone for that farmer, and he was not doing any kind of farming. At that comfort zone does not let him to do any kind of other thing that he really want to do, because that position, responsibility came to in his head. So he just broke his comfort zone and he started farming. After 2-3 years, Baba came to their home and he just returned there. He also come with the same cow, and they just returned their cow back to them. So this is a story all about the comfort zone. Thank you for listening.
Okay, Neeraj bhai, I think this was a really nice story, because everybody was just living in comfort zone. If you want to achieve something in your life, so firstly you have to come out from your comfort zone, then you can gain something. Because if you are in your comfort zone, you feel your life is going very fine, that is not okay. Finally, we have to come out from our comfort zone, then we can do anything. Suppose here we are learning speaking English, so firstly we have to move out, then we can learn. Because I think there is no any limitation for anything. That's why I think it was a really nice story. So we have some member who really wants to ask some questions, so they can ask. Rajesh bhai, Amit bhai, Shanu bhai.
Yeah, Neeraj, Rajesh this right. So I want to know what's the meaning of farming. Can you explain it? These words. Farming.
What's the meaning of
farming? You use always farming.
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 Kheti.
Yeah, thank you.
Plow the fields. Yeah. Exactly. I want to ask you, Neeraj, that yes, you told about the comfort zone. How to get off it? What are the steps we
for
need
that
to follow?
we just first of all we need to identify what is our comfort zone, that which thing is inhibiting us, which thing is stopping us or not letting us to extend our limits. We are always in the barrier. We have always put a barrier, a limitation in our growth. Somehow we don't know that we need to identify if something that is not with me is something I lost in my life. Then what if? Then what I will do? That fear of insecurity needs to raise. Maybe it's for temporary or maybe it's psychologically. So it need to be raised in our mind first of all, so that we can identify such kind of fear or insecurity. Then what if such thing is not with me? If I am not like I have enough money as a saving in my account, and I am so much satisfied that I have enough money and I can survive for 4-5 years. And if somehow I have a fear that my money can be stolen out in just one day, or I can lost, or something that can be happen, or any accidental that I can have to put that money all year, then how I can be surviving my life? That fear of insecurity need to raise, that or anything that inhibiting us in our life to grow. So overall, in nutshell, I will say we need to ignite that burning desire in our life, that burning desire in our heart, that really need to ignite, to raise in our life, to grow.
Okay. Okay, I want to one more question that this we have to do it our own, or we have to make we have to wait for someone to make us realize that we this is not your comfort zone. You have more potential.
Yes, in both cases, I will say yes, we can do both things. But here we can take the help of suggestions. By praising there some really good good skills, and we can really realize that person that something is really you can do in that, and you should do with that such things. We can take the help of suggestion. Here we cannot put the decision because until and unless we have a thought in our mind, that cannot be thought of their mind, so we cannot push that thought into their thought.
Okay, Neeraj, I have a question. How we know we are in a comfort zone?
Yes, we can self introspect ourselves. If I self introspect myself, like I have to wake up early in the morning, I just take example, and I'm not getting up early in the morning, I'm just putting the snooze button daily because I'm not waking. It's just a wish, I just want to wake up. This is the reason. Here is the solution, because I'm putting the snooze button because I have another chance, I have another option that I can wake up late, and or even I can just compromise that thing that really I want to do in the morning, because I have an option. If I just remove that option, then I can really identify and I will see I was really in comfort zone. Then I will get to know I was in comfort zone because this option is right now not present. Just remove that option and see.
Okay, so Amit bhai, Shanu bhai, Rekha, Rajesh.
Yeah, thank you, Neeraj. Just a small query regarding this point. So, how can I relate passion versus comfort? It means I have the
Passion versus
passion.
comfort.
I want to. Yeah, Neeraj.
Passion. If you're talking about the passion versus comfort, actually these are not contradictory. If you are really passionate something in that, you are so much comfortable in that, first thing. But if you go out of that passion, that you need to break that comfort zone. You need to break that belief system that you are with. Like you are very good in sales, right? You are very good in sales, but somehow you are pushed to do something like in computer operator job. But that is not your passion. Your passion is to dealing with people, interacting with people, facing challenging. But that is not your passion to just sit and do operate in computer, just putting mails and talking to customer on the phone. At that time, you will feel so much of problem. But if you take that as your growth and you start to liking that work as another challenge, that really I can do such thing more. I can also learn, because this situation is not permanent. I will and I am going to raise out of this position very soon, because anything is not permanent. Nothing is permanent here. So we can relate comfort zone with our passion, right? Things are come in our life to learn something.
Okay, I want to tell I want to tell you something that if you have passion for something, passion itself tells that it knows no comfort zone, because if you are passionate about something, so there is no barrier,
Yes, exactly. I said you earlier, where there is a passion, you don't their comfort zone doesn't lie. You're already so much in comfort. From morning to night, you can do the same work with so many of different ways, with so many of challenges, but still you feel comfortable. Even at the night, even if in the mid of the night, you have to wake up and do the same work, you will do it because that's your passion. You have a desire, you have a burning desire to do something big in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Neeraj.
So Pankaj, you can start.
Yes, I'm listening. One stories about the Mahatma Boots and fingers Roberts, and when this situation is, hello, hello,
Yes, Pankaj, you are audible.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm listening your stories about the Mahatma Boots and finger rubbers about the when finger rubbers is I think one thing you change your life aboutly. Finger rubbers rubber is very fierce far where he lives and village. Village. One thing going the Mahatma Boots and the then call him son Mahatma Bose, finger rubbers. He stop here. But Gautam Buddha, Mahatma Buddha is not stopping. He going on. But sometimes the not behind the runaway, the finger rubbers. Then saying, I am here, powerful persons. But Mahatma is saying, you are not powerful person here. How can prove that? Then Mahatma is saying, if you can do it, then no, you powerful persons. He's saying that you go there and tree the 10 leaves break. Then sometimes he's going and break the 10 tree of the lips. Then going. Then saying, uh, uh, he's saying the sometimes now you can join it. Then when you say I cannot do it, I cannot do it. Then both saying why not can do it? If you can, you can die any person. How can the die? You can not your responsibility to you like save. You can not join the you cannot join the break lips. You how can be responsible to break? So you are learning thing, you one thing to change yourself about these topics, and you can your thinking you change your life for you. Then after the sometimes finger rubbers in change your things. He after the sometimes he change yourself in going the service for survey. This we run to the one things you change your life, your life. Now stop nowadays.
So Pankaj, what is the outcome of this story?
Yeah. Studying the thinking one thing so you change your life. Your life one if you anything to change your life you change one things if you notice that.
What we can change in our life to change ourselves, as you mentioned?
Yeah. And one thing, if you think one about the topics and discuss on any life, one thing, you small thinking, you change your life. Anything you.
Okay, so
Pankaj Rajesh this side. I have query. What's the thing we
Yeah.
have in my mind so that we can change our
Yeah.
life? Can you give the some names? Yeah, can you give the some things?
Suppose as you want to do anything properly, you have opportunity you have given the functions, but you are doing the continue before working. But you a biggest opportunity given that you sometimes you have the opportunity given you opportunity to reach this place. Change your mind thinking things. I mean.
Yeah, thank you, Pankaj.
okay, so Prakhar bhai, are you ready for this slot?
Yes.
If you are ready,
Only,
then
sir.
you can
Good
start.
So my story is all about some horror thing or Bhangar Killa. I hope everyone had heard about the Bhangar Killa and Bhangar Fort and the stories behind it. Even there is a fences around 1 kilometer around in evening, which are closed because of some mishappenings which has occurred before in that place. So I am sharing a story of a very well-known paranormal scientist who has gone into that killa, into that fort, to investigate that is it the everything has happening real in real or not. I'm not sure what is truth about this or what is not, but I have heard it. And as a Rajasthani person, because I am also belonging from Rajasthan, so I can relate with it. The person had heard about, the person was Gaurav, his name was Gaurav. He had heard about the Bhangarh fort and its story, and he had just think that he should go there. So one day he had just gone there, and he just decided to spend one night, one whole night, and around 24 hours, full 24 hours in that fort with a cameraman and with some devices used to detect some ghost and some negative energy. I hope many of us will just say that the ghosts are not real or the negative energy are not there. But as a person, I know that if there is a science, if there are branch for the separate branch for this study, then must be there something about it, that something will be true. So according to me, then that time he gone to that place, and he just spent their time with there. He had just spent his time in that place, and he had just observed everything, had analyzed everything, and in last, what he said that there is no ghost. But his cameraman said that he had watched some ghost walking around, and his detectors also detected. Don't know why he was saying that there is nothing, but he said that there is nothing, but the detectors and the devices shown that there is something which was going around him. So next day when he gone to his home, and in afternoon, everybody found his dead body in his washroom in a mysterious way, that no one knows that what happened with him. Everything is in terror, and just like it, I can relate with it the Annabelle doll stories also. As you have heard about the Annabelle doll, a real mysterious doll which is placed in some abroad regions, and there are many things related to.
Prakhar,
Yeah,
I didn't heard the word that what had happened that particular man. He's died. He has died. I didn't
yeah,
heard the
he
word
died.
that.
He died.
Okay, all right.
He died in mysterious manner in our next day, maybe next day, because I have heard the story around 1 year ago, and even I had watched it on YouTube also, and I had checked on Google also, and on many sites. That's why I was connecting with that story. And now the Annabelle story is not unknown with anyone. As we all know that we have watched many movies of Annabelle, and last year also one movie has released about the Annabelle Comes Home. So you can check at the Google, the Annabelle doll is based on the real story. A doll is placed in some abroad country. I am not getting its name right now, because I was actually not prepared, because I was just teaching before the lecture, before this session. So that's why I'm just sharing the story I know, or I had faced around the Google and the things I have heard about it. So that's why I don't know it at which place the Annabelle doll is placed, but there are lots of things which were happening around it when it was outside the cage, and you can check many more stories. So Annabelle
But
doll is somehow
ultimately,
what?
it's a story, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know I am deviating from the topic today.
Actually, Prakhar, why we have a limited time? That's why I'm saying just try to finish your speech within
Okay,
3
I
to 4
think I
minutes.
should conclude here.
Okay,
So
okay.
sorry, Hajay.
Okay, so we have Nitin. Are you ready, Nitin? Please on your microphone, Nitin. Please on your
Some
mic.
time ago he put a message that he was not able to hear.
No, no. Actually, I just replied, and he is connected now.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Nitin.
Yeah.
Please unmute. Unmute your mic, Nitin. Unmute. Okay. Salesh bhai, you can start. Yes, I am going to talk to him privately, so you can start.
Okay, Pradeep. So I would like to discuss a particular story which
Hello,
happened
hello.
recently.
I am audible. Hello,
Yes,
Nitin here.
Nitin. Yes, Nitin, you are
I am
audible,
audible.
but you can speak after
Okay,
Sales.
okay, okay.
You can speak
Right,
after
right,
Sales.
right, right,
Sales, bhai,
right,
you can.
right, right. Okay.
Okay, so let me continue my story. So it was around, it was real incidents 1 year ago. Actually, it is not like a horror story. It is just, you can say, a cute story. Uh, Once uh, I was walking, I was roaming for an evening walk. It was approx 1 year ago. So in one street, I saw that some kids were playing in the street. They were approx 4 to 5, and they were playing badminton in group. And I also saw that there was a little girl, age around 9 to 10 years, and he was sitting uh, near to them. And suddenly I saw at her legs, but I can say that unfortunately she was physically handicapped. She had no legs, but uh, I observed one thing, that all the kids who which were playing, they were just motivating her. They were just saying again and again to that particular girl who was handicapped. The kids were saying that, see, Didi, we are playing in a good manner. We are now it's turn. They were just taking the name of the next kid. Now this is turned to the particular this one kid, and we are enjoying with this kind. So I mean to say that the kids were just motivating her again and again, and I saw that even she was handicapped, but she was just smiling. She was enjoying the game, and I noticed that the particular girl was enjoying with them, and it was like she is also a part of their play. So she was really this particular incident really means a lot, uh, because with this kind of bad things happened with her. I don't know what happened, but she was handicapped. And this was really a bad thing. But she did not care about anything about her, about her lives. But instead, she was enjoying each and every moment. The all the um, boys and girls, kids who were playing, they were again and again motivating herself also, and they were including her also in that particular game. So this particular incident really make me so feel so amazing that if a little girl who is just 10 to 12 years old, if she can enjoy her life, she can enjoy each and every moment of her life. Even she is unable, she is handicapped. Even also, then also she can enjoy her life. Then why not? Why not we can enjoy our life also? We have a lot of sources, a lot of each and everything, but uh, still we are just like we just give those to our life, that no, it is not like this. We have this kind of limitations. So I think this should not have to be done. We should learn a message from that particular girl, from the kids that were playing, that you should enjoy each and every moment of your life. This is what all I want to say to you. So, thank you.
Okay, so anybody have any question regarding this story, to please ask to Mr. Salis. Yes, Mr. Sneha.
No, I don't have any question, but I want to tell him that his story is very good. And yes, it is true that happiness is not a condition, or it's just a choice that we have to happy or not. It's somehow related to my story that I have narrated today, because each and every person is in pain, and this pain is unavoidable, unavoidable, but suffering is our own choice. That's
Yeah, exactly. This is what I would like to to say that it's up to us, and that how can we handle the pain, how can we enjoy the life in our limited sources, whatever we have. So it's really important.
Okay, so Nitin, now you are ready. Nitin.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, fine. So I would like to, first of all, I would like to give thank to Mr. Pradeep because he has given me chance to connect this group again. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And now I'm going to start my story. My story name is Magical Pot. Okay. So once upon a time, there is a farmer who was living with her wife in a village. So he was a very hard worker. Once he and his wife were working in a field. So after some time, his shovel means his shovel took something. He just started digging deeper. As he dug deeper, his shovel took something. So he thought there is something under the field. So he again dig deeper. So he got a one pot, and he and her wife took that pot, and they decided to take that pot to their home. Then while going to the home, they thought why we are having this shovel in our hand, instead putting this shovel into the pot. And farmer got that shovel and put into the pot. After reaching at home, farmer saw that there are two shovels in the pot. Oh my God! He surprised because he thought it is a magical pot, because if I put something into the pot, it gets double. So gradually they become rich, because anything they put in the pot, they get double. So after some time, farmer was away from the home, but his wife was greedy. So one day he was taking money from the pot. She fell down into the pot. And what happened, when farmer came to the home, he found his wife is not there at the home. So he searched everywhere. So he didn't able to find it. Finally he came to the pot, and he found two wives into the pot. And when he tried to get one wife from the pot, another wife created into the pot. So he was just surprised. He was not able to understand what is happening here. So he again tried to get one wife from the pot. Again, new wife created into the pot. So it was a mystery, and he just were thinking that what is happening with me. So it's all happened around there, and yeah, it's my story. So thanks a lot. Thanks.
Okay, Nitin bhai, what is the outcome of this story? Because I think this is really
it's a greedy means.
Yes.
Sorry.
Actually,
the moral of the story is
yes, just moral of the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, moral of the story is don't be a greedy, because his wife was greedy, and if they are become rich, so she was getting more and more money from the pot, and once she fell down, means while getting the money, she fell down into the pot. So greediness happened there.
But his husband was not greedy, so that's why he got so many wives, right?
Yes. Really. Actually, what happened? Every time farmer was using the pot, right? But her wife, his wife, not using the pot, right? When
Yeah.
he was not at the home, means his wife thought that if I put some money, so I will get more money.
Yeah, Nitin. Very
So
nice story. Thank you so
she
much.
tried to get money double, so she fell down into the pot.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
her
Very nice.
Actually,
greediness.
Sanu bhai, for next week I am planning for funny story because it was a really nice story. At least we can laugh
Yeah.
somewhere. So
Yes.
maybe next week you can plan for some funny stories also. So now we are
Yeah.
moving towards Mr. Dhruv and then Rajesh bhai.
Yeah.
So Dhruv, you can start. Yes.
Yeah, okay. It's a just simple story, and like the all people have told, it's totally about comparison. Okay, and so I'm going to start. So there were one crow. Okay, there was one crow, and he was very sad, and we know the color of crow, and this was the main reason. I mean, this was the main reason also that he felt all the time the crow that why I have only black color. I want to be a kind of white, like swan. So one day he was at a branch of tree and weeping, and so at that time there were one monk. He was just passing away from that particular tree, so he felt he felt tears fallen on his hand, and the tear was from crow, definitely. Then he asked to crow, why are you weeping? So he told that I'm the like worst and very bad bird in this particular earth. Just because uh, no one likes me, everyone only they give me food when everything is left from their mouth. Okay, and everyone wants to drive away me, and they always told me get off from my home, just because my voice is also not good, and they only remember me at the time of Srad. I think if you are from India, you can connect this word. At Srad time, Srad is just kind of a function. So we remember crows at that time only. So he was miserable from his life. Then Sadhu asked him, "What do you want to become? Just tell me." He told, "I want to become a swan." Okay, swan, like just white, and the life he is living. So Sadhu told him, "Okay, I will definitely make you a swan, but to just go on a firstly, what you have to do, you have to go near any swan, you have to ask his particular life how he is leading. Actually, he is, I mean, happy or not, and then definitely I will make you swan." Okay, then he go by flying, and he reached to swan. He asked his life, "Hey Sean bro, how's your life?" So Sean told him, "Don't ask me about my life." So Crow asked him, "You are not happy with your life?" Sean told, "No, definitely not. I'm not happy from my life. If someone is just clicking the photo on sea or maybe a water, they can't identify that it's me or water just because of my pure white color." I mean, this was the same statement from that particular story, and so that's why I'm not happy from my life. Then they both what they did, they both again went to the sadhu, and then Crow told he's also not happy, he has also problem. Then sadhu asked, "Okay, so I just tell me what you want to become. I mean, in which word do you want to transform?" He told, "I want to become a parrot." Okay, just because it's a pet animal, and there are so many benefits if you are a parrot. So Sadhu again told those crow and swan that just go firstly parrot and ask his own life, then come to me. Definitely I will make both of you, not only one, both of you parrot. They go to parrot, and one garden. They were going and coming just because of a green color of parrot. They can't identify directly that is a parrot. Then somehow they find one, and they asked him, "Hey, parrot bro, what is your life?" Then parrot told, "Don't ask me. and I'm very, very miserable from my life. I'm very, very sad. Then they ask why. I like, you are also a kind of pet bird. So many people love you, and even if you are a pet animal, so you have a chance to eat so many delicious things. Sometimes dry fruits also, right? So definitely you are leading a so happy life. Then he told, no, it's not true. It is not a good life to just for delicious food. Uh, we have to live under someone. We are not free. If someone is going to catch me, and also just see my color. You have gone through from this particular place more than 3 and 4 times, and you didn't recognize me. This is my life, so I don't want my life. I'm also feeling very, very sad from my life. Then the three of them, like all of them, they went to Sadhu. Then they again the same thing happened. Then Sadhu asked all of them, what you want to become. All of them told, the parrot told, I want to become a peacock. They told, I want to become a peacock. The same thing, go for to peacock, ask his own life, then come to me. I will make all of you peacock. Okay, they went to peacock and they asked, hey peacock bro, how's your life? Peacock was weeping too much, and they asked, why are you weeping? And we thought you are leading according to us, you are leading happy life just because you have a great punk, okay, and also you are a national word. Sometimes people read you in a book, so you are a kind of celebrity, and also people love you. People love your punk, and sorry for this particular word. And so, and then he replied, it is not true. It is not true. I'm not very happy. And can you listen the voice? Peacock asked to that 3 birds. They told, no, just listen carefully. Then say no. Then he told, and then say, yeah, little bit. So Peacock told, it is a voice. It is a footstep sound of hunter. Hunter, he's coming, and anytime he hunted my mom, and he just pick out all the punks from the body of my mom, and just because all the people love, so they sell all over the world, and this is how it's our life. We are living too much sad life. Then Crow told, so who are the happy ones? Just they all asked. So Crow, Peacock told Crow, you are the so happy bird in the world. Except the one thing that you have black color, that no one cares about that. No one is going to hunt you, and no one going to catch you. No one cares about you. You can live how you want to live. This is the life that you are living. So this is the story from that particular moral, that just because of Crow was Crow had his own life, and he was thinking so much. Maybe peacock, maybe hen, maybe parrot, they are living so comfortable life, and it's true. It most of the time happens in our life also. We think of people who is in front of us, they are leading so happily life, and we want to become like them. But it's not true. Just now learn from this story that you are unique. You are unique in this world. You won't find the same people like you. So why are you running after any other people? Learn from them, but don't need to compare yourself. Otherwise, you don't know what's going on, and what's going on. What is happening in that particular person's life. How maybe they are more miserable than you. So this is the moral from this particular story, that we don't need to compare from any person or any people. Be yourself, happy about that, and lead your happy life. This is the story from my side.
Okay, so anybody have any question?
Yes, Dhruv, but here in this story, I guess we should not jealous about anything also, right? Because here is the jealous factor is also involved, right? Right, because suppose if you are jealousing with someone because he has something, he has a car, he has some everything, right? So then internally also it's going to hurt you, right? So whatever you have, be satisfied with that. Okay, and if you have the desire to do something, then put your efforts over here, right? Yeah.
put your efforts. Right, exactly.
Okay.
This is the main point. This is the main point that the story has
And
told.
even see the same story is applicable for that to us also. Suppose someone is white or someone is the black. The color I'm talking about the color also. So it's not depend upon us. The whatever the life we got it, we should live with that one, right? Because suppose if you are the comparing the color, so it's not means what I want to say here. You see, there are the handicaps also, right? They are living their life, so we should not compare, right?
Okay, so
Dhruva again.
Yes, Nitin.
Yeah, Dhruva was means he was not able to remember that word for punk. It was feather. So
Okay, Fidar.
Okay,
Sorry
thank
for
you.
that. I
Thank
think
you.
you got the meaning of my story that I wanted to deliver all the people, but sorry for that particular word.
no, it's not. Means don't make sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay,
it
all
was a
right.
very good
Yeah.
story, but yeah.
Okay,
Thank
so we have a last storyteller, Mr. Rajesh Yadav. So Rajesh bhai, now you can start, and you have 6 minutes to finish it. Means 4 minutes. Okay. So Rajesh bhai.
Yeah, absolutely, Pradeep, bro. Yeah, absolutely. So, not my huge story. It's a short story. So, one is the IS who do the duty, and as a daily routine, he reached in his office when he upboard from the vehicle. He saw one old lady, sit on the ladder at door, where the IS officer asked with his peon, why she sit here? So he said, I do not have any idea, sir. So IS officer directly meet with her and asked, what's the reason? Why are you sit here? She said, I do not get the pension since last 4 months. So IS officer asked with her, do you have any evidence? So she, whatever the requirement of the IS officer, she gave at a time. And he saw, this is the lady at this moment provide to me what's the our team member what did. He directly passed the message to peon. He called those person who is related this case, and all the members reached at place and start the investigation and complete within 2 hours, because he had respect the old lady, and he had respect those who have provided the evidence. This is a my story, but the moral of the story, if you get up any huge rank in your anywhere, you always respect the old lady, and you always respect to the nyay. It means I forget the pronunciation of justice. Sorry, you always give the justice. You never ignore those person if get the problem at anywhere. So yeah, this is the story from my side.
Okay, so
If
guys,
anyone
we
have
have
any questions, let's speak.
okay, yes, Rajesh bhai. Now we have 4 minutes, so if anybody have any questions, so they can ask to you. Otherwise, okay. Dhruv bhai, Amit bhai.
Okay, I think it was a very short and crisp story, and it gives us a very good central idea that we should be grounded in our life. Doesn't matter on which level, on which profile we are, we have to respect all age group persons. So I think I got the right idea, Rajesh.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Neha, you are saying right, because I think I have also read this story in Facebook yesterday, and I think Rajesh bhai just trying to narrate that story, and
yeah,
yes, right.
absolutely, Pradeep bro. This story read from the Facebook yesterday. Same.
Okay, yes, same day I also learn. Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, if anybody have to say something, so we have 3 minutes. Otherwise, we are going to end up this meeting. So
So Rajesh this side. So I want to get the comment on Dhruv brother. So Dhruv has get the very well manner and explain a very well manner about the story. So according to my opinion, the moral of this story, it's only ki if you have anything, whatever the God gifted to you, you always this is my, and you
Gratified,
always
thankful.
happy with these things.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. This is the main moral of this story. And you know, actually, I could also tell some other stories that were in English language, but this story I loved too much. I have just not just, I have also listened this story just before ago 2 and 3 months, I think. And today, I mean not today, it's yesterday again I listened this story. But this story was totally in Hindi language, only in Hindi language. So somehow I managed to, you know, organize all the words so you guys can understand. That's why sometimes, you know, the words are not actually organized, but I tried my best. So you all guys can, you know, get the point of that particular story. But it is a really great story.
So actually, so thank you guys for attending this meeting. So now this is time to end up this meeting. So again, thank you. Okay.
We don't have time now.
Just enjoy your
We don't
Sunday.
have
Thank you,
time now.
Pradeep bro.
Yes, Dhruv, are you saying something? Dhruv.
Yeah. At the last, oh, it's okay about moral, but the point, you know, at the last, one point I made about peacock, we all love to keep feather, that particular word of peacock at our home. I think this is not good, and this is a myth. You know, the point that I made, they are not giving you from like, you know, that more is just dancing, and after that the feather is just down, and then they are somehow collecting. No, it's not true. They just catch the peacock, they pick, you know, their every single feather, I mean, snaps, you can say. That is a very miserable process and very sad process that they do. That's why I don't promote that kind of thing. Don't keep feather of peacock at your home to show yourself that, oh, something vidya and all those knowledge. It is not true. So this is also moral from my story.
Okay, thank you, Dhruv bhai, because we have no time. Only we have 15 seconds left. So thank you guys for attending this. Just enjoy your Sunday. Okay. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pradeep bro. For thank you.
Thank you.